What up, chat? Dag nablets. I don't like that. There we go. Take it back old school. Alyssa, yeah. I be trying to be more mature than that. Normally, even though it may not seem like it, I normally hold myself back on the trolls. Yo, you heard me getting into my high school form. EJ, what's the deal, brother, man? The regard the kitchen dirty. Why the kitchen dirty? Why you not clean it up? Why I say the kitchen dirty, na my youth? Why you keep a dirty kitchen? And Alyssa, let me tell you something. Even that was nothing. When I was young, oh man, the way I used to violate people. I remember I was at work one day. This is when I used to work on the ice cream truck, right? So, nah, you missed the joke, Regad. You wrote kitchen duty, and I was reading it as dutty, like how the Jamaicans say it. Dutty girl, that man. So anyway, I was on the ice cream truck, and this pregnant bitch came up with a fucking attitude, and she was pissing me off, right? So eventually, I'm like, yo, you know what, you fucking fat bitch, get the fuck out of my face. Now you can't have nothing. And she's like, I'm not fat. I'm pregnant. I'm like, come on, bitch. I can clearly see that you were fat before you ever got fucking pregnant, man. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Why don't you do this, man? Why don't you go find out who the fucking father was and tell him you got a problem with me? Because I'm not about to sit here arguing with your dumb ass all fucking day. The worst thing I ever said to a teacher. Oh, wow. That's so tough. The worst thing that I ever said to a teacher wasn't really the worst thing that I've ever said to a teacher, because the worst thing that I ever said to a teacher, I guess you could, I would have to involve cursing, right? But the worst thing that I ever said to a teacher was sincere, and that's what made it so bad. Trey, all right, brother, let me know. Let me know how it goes. Elle hold the door. Now I don't think she ever figured out who it was. So check this out, Alyssa. Right, worst thing I ever said to a teacher was, listen, I understand you're just trying to help. I get it. But you have to understand that I'm 16 years old and I make 3 times what you make. And you're supposed to be preparing me for a successful future. Why the fuck am I gonna listen to you? Like, shouldn't I be teaching you how to become something? What up, Poke Hella Hot? So yeah, I'm pretty sure that had to be the worst, because you know that it wasn't an exaggeration either. So it's like, that teacher went home like, fuck, man, what am I doing wrong? I remember I told a security guard though, like cursing wise, I was walking to class and Luckily, I had a sub that day in my real class because the sub didn't know who I was and never got a chance to throw me under the bus. I don't know why I actually walked towards the class that I was supposed to be at. But we had new security guards. They were new. We never had them before. And I'm walking. I'm like late to class. And he's like, get over here. I was like, man, go fuck yourself. And I kept walking. He said, get over here. I'm like, yeah, I heard you. That's why I said, go fuck yourself. And I kept walking. He's like, I'm not going to say it again. Get over here. I was like, good. Because I don't want to have to keep saying it. Go fuck yourself. So now he's following me till we get to my class. And like I said, there was a sub in there. So he goes to the sub. Do you know him? No, I don't know him. I'm like, dude, leave me the fuck alone, bro. Go back to the fucking teacher's lounge and go whatever the fuck you were doing. Leave me the fuck alone. Or else I'm just gonna go home, dude. You know, I'm not gonna sit here, entertaining this. So it's like either you leave me alone so I can go to my next class, or I just take the rest of the day off and I really don't care. So he wouldn't leave me alone, so I went home. And I think I got one more. That was a security guard. And then now there was the teacher, the math teacher, Miss O'Sullivan. Poke hella high. I'm not sure if I said what's up to you yet. I seen you out there though. B-Bob, what up, B-Bob? Yeah, the sub there. Oh shit. B-Bob coming through with the pause, B-Bob. Oh shit. Our school colors were blue and yellow, or blue and gold. Yeah. So 50 shades of blue and gold. But what's it called? So now, Valley Rulo. Damn, man, you picking a horrible time to ask that question, dude. I am not behaving like it at all whatsoever at this particular moment. But I am a Protestant. I was raised Catholic, but now I'm a Protestant. What about you? All right, so check this out. So now I get to class. I was exactly 14 minutes late. And in our school, if you were 15 minutes late, it counted as a cut. So I'm walking into class, and this bitch don't fucking like me, the math teacher. She's like, excuse me, don't even bother to come in. You're almost 15 minutes late. I was like, excuse me, I'm what? She goes, you're almost 15 minutes late. I was like, yeah, almost 15 minutes late. So it's almost a cut. So why don't you shut the fuck up? Stop always trying to start something. Every day is a fucking power struggle with you, bitch. Like, these kids are just trying to learn, and I'm just trying to pass the next 42 minutes. Like, what is your problem? So now she's like, why are you late? I'm like, you really, really got to know? It's that important? Why? It matters? Yeah, why are you late? I was like, well, I was across the street smoking a blunt because the fucking security guards always give me a hard time when I smoke it on school grounds. So I left the auditorium door open, a crack, so this way when I was done, I could just come in through the auditorium door and whatever. Some asshole fucking pulled it closed. So then I had to walk all the way around the fucking room, the school, to get to the fucking to the gym doors. And here we are. Let's see. Mona Babby 98. That looks like Creole. I don't speak Creole though. Do you speak English? Parlez-vous English? All right, Alyssa. I made my 9th grade history teacher cry. I do not feel bad about it. I hope that you have a translation on so you can understand what I'm saying. But I just turned the translation on. So if you can repeat what you said, because I really would like to know what it was. Yo, let me tell you something. My 10th grade history teacher was cool as shit. I had a 9th grade, 9th period. And the first time I ever showed up was in like May. And I was talking too much. So Buddy told me, he's like, yo, listen, if you don't show up again, I promise I'll mark you present every day. Regard, you reminded me one day when I was in fourth grade, my elementary school teacher was bullying you. Well, check this out. Check this out. People only get bullied when they don't stand up for themselves. So don't allow that shit. Bullies always back down. What time is it, Nate? Right now, it is 3:40 in the afternoon. She said, I don't know what magic is in your videos. Once you start watching, you can't skip the whole video. Your voice, your nature. Can you tell her I said thank you? That's why I made him cry, straight up bully. And that's why he cried, because he's a bitch. Let me tell you something. I was a bully, but guess what? I only bullied my friends, and I was bullied by my friends. If I didn't like you, I wasn't gonna say nothing to you at all. I know, regard. That's what I'm saying. You should have stood up for yourself. You should have let it be, made it very clear that you wasn't gonna allow that type of fuckery. Yo, I really like this background. I bullied the bullies. And I didn't even do that. Because here's the thing. I felt like that was wrong too. Bear with me for a second, right? You see somebody getting bullied. And now you know that the bully is only picking on him because he's weak. And what bothers you about that is that shows that the bully is weak. So you pick on him to show him what it feels like. Now, by all rights, somebody should pick on you to show you what it feels like. And the cycle goes on. It's like revenge. Like, one of your homies gets killed, and now you're going to go kill the person that killed him. And then now the people that are friends with him are going to come back and kill you. And then your friends are going to go back and, it's just a never ending cycle. See, with bullies, there's no need to bully them. What you do is you just pay them no mind. You just ignore them. Like, that's how you stand up to a bully. You don't stand up to a bully by flexing. You stand up to a bully by just laughing at him. The problem is I was like 10 or 9. Regard, the problem is that you didn't know any better. That's even more of a reason to stand up to a bully. Because if you are older than that, the bully might hit you. But when you're 9 or 10, ain't no bully gonna hit you. Self-defense sometimes is needed. Midnight Muse. No, 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 no. Self-defense, that's if they're putting hands on you. But I'm talking about if a bully is just, talking shit, right? Man, fuck them. And now, I don't set the best example because a lot of times, personally, when somebody, like, you guys know, it's no secret, when people try to bully me in the fucking chat, like, I say some crazy shit back to them. But to me, it's all in fun. I don't know if it shows. Alyssa, you'll tell me the truth. Anybody can chime in, but I'm asking Alyssa, right? So when the trolls come in the chat and then you hear me violate them, pause, right? Does it sound like I'm angry? Does it sound like I'm trying to hurt somebody? Or does it sound like I'm trying to just like get a laugh at their expense? You're the one that's a bully, Unc. Yo, and then you see this? You see this, chat? The fucking guy that tells me that I should go bungee jumping without a fucking rope, right? Is gonna say that I'm a bully or that I'm mean. Make that make sense. Not at all. You just make it amusing. Yeah, you know? So it's like, that's all it is. It's just pure fun to me. I just like making fun of people. And when somebody comes in trolling, it's like they volunteer. That's the way I see it. And then, Alyssa, let me ask you something. I'm old school. We doing dirty dozens. I feel you. I feel you. Alyssa, let me ask you something else. I don't do this on purpose. I'm being sincere when I do this, but I thought about it like afterwards. Does it or does it not make it even more foul when I sit there and explain to them that we still love them, we still appreciate them. This is their safe haven for them. This is the only place they're ever going to get any kind of respect from anybody, and you're more than welcome to be here. Like, we welcome everybody. So as much as you might be angry for no good reason, as much as people might not take you seriously anywhere else in the world, you always have a home here. like like I said, I'm being sincere when I say that. But doesn't it sound like even more fucked up? He does do it on purpose. I say it does. When you break down to you appreciate them being here, they just shut up. Oh, you talking about what I talk about? How much money they make for me because of all the fucking engagement and how they're getting me subscribers and shit. Nah, Midnight Muse. I feed the trolls because literally, when if I can get them to keep commenting, then that's more engagement on my live, and the more engagement, the more feeds YouTube will put we'll put the live into. So now I'll sit there like fucking with the trolls, like like feeding them, getting them to just keep going, and then ask Alyssa. I sit there and say, well, you know what? You got to think about it like this. This person don't like me. This person is miserable. This person is sitting in my stream, watching my stream, even though they're not enjoying themselves. Me, on the other hand, I'm over here getting them to fucking keep talking to feed the algorithm, so this way I can earn more money. Um, like, do you know how satisfying that is to know that this person that has such a hatred for me is helping me make money? Must be how I found you. Yeah, it must be. So now you see why I feed the trolls. Oh man, come on, come on. Pause. No vape. B Bob, I have been misbehaving lately. I now use the vape only when I cannot afford to smell. Ever since I started putting that leaf in here, I have like a fucking brand new love for smoking again. The reason I never used the vape before is because I needed to roll up so I could use the leaf. Right? Now, once I stopped with the tobacco though, obviously I didn't need to use the leaf no more. Alright, so check this out, B Bob. This shit is so tough. You ready for this, B Bob? Take the paper. Hold on. You're not about to watch me lick this shit. Alright, now. Paper goes in. You close the box. That shit is tough, man. Makes sense. Hold on. You liking the roller? Oh, hell yeah. Cali. No, I'm in Florida. I am in Florida. Midnight Muse. You liking the roller? Poke hella hot. Hell yeah, this roller is cool as shit, man. Regard said, wait, I have to refill the water bottles. That's crazy. Let me tell you something. That reminds me of one of the times that I felt really fucked up. You know, when I was with my wife, one day I was over there. If anybody doesn't know, I was married to a woman in Colombia. So one day I was over there, and we took a shower together, whatever. And when I get out, I start brushing my teeth, and I left the water running, and now she reached over me and shut the water off, and I got all mad. And I started complaining. I'm like, first of all, I'm like, I'm a fucking grown man. I'm like, if I left the water on for a reason, you leave that shit on. Second of all, if you want the fucking water off, ask me to shut it off. And I'll decide if I want to shut the shit off or not. And in the way that I am, if she would have been like, can you shut the water off? I would have just said, yeah, automatically. Just to make it happen. I'm like, you fucking asked me. You don't just reach over me and shut the fucking water off. And then she started crying. And she was like, do you know what it's like to go months without water? I was like, no. But my grandmother used to tell me all about that shit, and you were the kids that she was fucking telling me about, so thank you. Makes sense. He got money. Hell no, I ain't got no fucking money. That's why I don't got no fucking money, because I live in Florida. You cheater. How's that a cheater? That shit is fire. Hurry, I'm gonna spark. You like smoking wax? That sounds like a pause, B-Bob. I'm not really a big fan. It's cool, but it's too crackheadish to me. I like rolling shit up. Midnight Muse. Forgive me if I don't remember if you know the other channel, my original channel, the motorcycle channel. Have you ever seen my bike? Let the water run. We surrounded by an ocean. Yeah, but you never heard water everywhere, not a drop to drink. Can't do nothing with that salt water. I suck to it. All right. You ever seen the bike though? I'm going to my exercises. When you said he got money, which is obviously not true, it just reminded me of those videos. Like, that's what made me think. If you ever saw the bike, you ever seen the videos? Show me the reason you don't have any money. I was joking. We all responsible adults, so he broke his phone. Oh, hell yeah. Now, I know you joking, but I'm just saying. It was a real joke. You can call me Mimi. All right, Mimi. Mimi, I'm assuming you're a female, and I feel like I asked you this question already, and you answered me already, but for some reason, my memory isn't what it should be. And do you also live in Florida? I feel like you told me that too. Puerto Rican. Chicago. Yeah, you did tell me that. You most certainly did tell me that. You live in Chicago, so I mean, you probably bad as fuck. All the chicks in them big fucking cities like New York and Chicago and Los Angeles that are actually sociable are always bad as fuck. Except for their one fat friend. They always got that one fat friend. We call them the fridge guarding the snacks. Because every time you try to holler at one, The fat one always want to step up and be like, "Oh no, she got a boyfriend." Bitch, nobody was talking to you. Regard. You scared because of who? I grew up with both strict parents. Never liked the violence. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who's talking about violence? Oh, the neighbor suddenly screamed and scared the shit out of me. And then, but I like running my mouth like I'm gonna do something. Oh shit, that's funny. I like that. See, me, I had strict grandparents, and then my mom got remarried, moved me and my sister out of the grandparents' house. And not only I did whatever the fuck I wanted, but my mom and my stepdad and my grandfather were all cops. So every time I got stopped for something in the street, I would always flash the little fucking courtesy badge, and they would just let me go before they ever started investigating any further into anything that I was fucking doing. So for a very long time I was pretty fucked up. But found God and I'm no longer living like that. If I saw her in the gym, I would talk to her. Oh shit, oh shit. You gonna shoot your shot, Regat? I ain't know you like chicks. Pokey paws, girl. I grew up Pentecostal. See, I grew up Catholic. And if you know anything about the Catholic Church, there's so much wrong. Um, and I just ended up just all together leaving. I'm looking like a melted candle. I ended up just leaving faith altogether and just totally not believing in God whatsoever. And then later on in life, I came back. The melting comment is zesty. How you figure that's zesty? How you know she's talking about another woman? That's the only thing that would make it zesty. Oh shit. Same, went through the same stuff, left, back, but I'm more of a spiritual. I'm not a member of a church or nothing. You know what's funny? I was a member of a church, but I couldn't see eye to eye with them about a lot of shit. So I ended up leaving that church and I went to go look for other churches and I haven't been able to find one. So I started a YouTube channel and I still haven't posted anything to it. But it's called Church Without a Pastor. And it's basically a YouTube channel for people like us to get together and be our own community of believers, because that's what's important about having a church is what's it called? It's the community, you know? So um figure why not have a YouTube channel where all these people that feel the way that we feel can get together and be a church without a pastor. And we all just share our struggles and share our thoughts and share the things that we our questions and all of that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So I don't have right now. I'm not sure what it is. I think the at is at pastor. If that's not it, the next time I'm live, I'll have it ready for you. How old are you, Mimi?
Hey, Douglas.
Hey, what's going on? I will search it up. 44. Oh, you told me that too. Shit. All right, all right, all right. So now let me ask you something, right? Out of your family that's Catholic, are any of them clergy members by any chance? That's why I asked you how old you were. I wanted, like when I was a kid, I had a lot of clergy members in my family. Like my mom's cousin was a priest. He baptized me. Um, and then there was a bunch of nuns in my family and shit like that. And my cousin, the priest, what up, Rick Gad? My cousin, the priest, right? This dude spends more time with celebrities than he does with the members of his fucking church. And I'm like, yo, like, what's the point of that? See, here's what I don't understand, right? For you to be a priest, right? It's like, I mean, we all, anybody that calls themselves a believer should really believe, but you call yourself a priest, man. It's like, you're supposed to be so devoted to that life. Like, that's the only thing that's to matter to you is living right here. So this way you can have the afterlife. Because think about it, the afterlife is forever. Like, there's no time, it never ends. So it's like that's way more important than what happens here. Now the average person, like, we're gonna mess up and everything, whatever, whatever. But you're a priest, like, nah, dude, that's not supposed to be how you living. And then let me tell you something that pissed me off about the Protestant church, the first Protestant church that I found, right? So the woman I was married to, she ended up getting breast cancer, right? And like I was saying, she lived in Colombia, and I couldn't be there always. So what's it called? A lot like what I would do is instead of going to church on Sundays, I would stay home and I would get on WhatsApp with her, and we would watch. I would share my screen, and we would watch the church together live on YouTube. And what's it called? They emailed me. Somebody from the church emailed me and asked me like where I've been, how's everything, and I told her what was going on. And I didn't. And the funny thing is, like, I didn't ask for any money or nothing like that. All I asked was for prayers. I'm like, yo, let everybody know what's going on with my wife, and what's it called? Just everybody pray for us and whatever, whatever. So she's like, yeah, yeah, sure, of course. So now a few months later, they had a Thanksgiving dinner where they were giving out food for the homeless people, and I went there because I was doing a YouTube channel for the church. So I went there to record it, so this way I can get footage for the YouTube channel. Why when I get there and everybody's asking me, how I've been or whatever, and I mentioned, what's going on with my wife, like none of them had a clue. Like nobody knew. Like this lady that was supposed to tell everybody to pray for us, like didn't even mention it to anybody what the fuck was going on. And I'm like, really? Yo, that shit, I'm not gonna say nothing to him, it's not worth it. But I hate when he does that. That's my landlord, right? He knows I'm out here doing a live stream. He's gonna come out here and start playing some shit on his fucking phone. Oh yeah, 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 hell yeah. No, of course, of course. But what I'm saying is after some shit like that, like I'm not gonna continue going to that church. You know? That don't make sense. But like I said, that's why I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And I don't know what I'm waiting for to post my first video. I made that channel months ago and I still haven't posted a video to it yet. I really need to. I got my green screen and everything. Like, I can put whatever, and not this bullshit green screen, like an actual real green screen. If you ever watched any of the episodes, um, I use the green screen and put a background and all of that. And I have a couple of cool backgrounds that I want to use. Let me show you. They're widescreen, so I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see. But I got this. I got this. What happened, Alyssa? Oh, internet was tweaking. I got. You know what though? I don't know if I chose my path or not. That's the thing. Like, it feels like it was chosen for me. I have always had a gift on being able to explain things in a way that just makes sense. You know, I could give you an argument for something that you're completely, totally against and have you like questioning yourself, you know? So it's like God gives you a gift like that. It's not so you can go and get material things. It's so you can lead people to Him. You know? Do I not have all messages on? I feel like I'm missing shit. Oh yeah, school eating lunch. Oh, Alyssa, you want to hear something? I feel like such a dumbass, right? Because I forgot, when I do screen recording, I have three options as far as audio is concerned: none, media, and then media and mic. So I open up my feed and I see a short suggested, and I could tell right away I knew it was yours. So now I screen recorded myself clicking on it, and I was explaining, yeah, I know this is Alyssa's right here. I'm screen recording it just so you can see that I knew him, blah, 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 blah. And I forgot to hit media plus voice. So it didn't pick up anything what I was saying. Douglas, I have a debate, but it's nonsense and unfiltered. I'm all ears, Regad. That's my specialty. What you got? Come on, Regad. You've piqued my interest. That's right up my alley. Make me hear this, you. You must share it. You must share the information. It involves with our that even better. Man. Yeah, trip, Regad. I don't know if anybody ever told you that. You're so innocent and so naive, and you take everything so seriously. We won't, Regad. Go for it. Because it has a lot. All right, so your pause exempt. We're gonna blanket exempt Regad from all pauses on anything she's about to say. Do you support Israel or Palestine? Honestly, bro, I don't know enough to make that choice. Not at all. And if really I had to make a choice, I don't support neither one. I don't support anybody else can deal with their own fucking problems. I don't like getting involved in foreign affairs. But historically, if I had to choose one side, I would have chose Israel. But I'm starting to get information that leads me to believe that they might really actually be in the wrong. Why we have one ass and it's divided in two cheeks? That sounds like a joke. Thank you, Midnight Views. America all day. Why we have one ass and it's divided in two cheeks? I don't know, Regad. I don't believe you, actually. You're going to have to show me. You got my email. Send me a picture. Let me see. I'll tell you. I have to investigate further. It's a joke, Regad. Yeah. Why did I know you were going to come back with some shit like that? Oh, man. You're funny, Regad. You're too fucking funny, dude. Oh, shit. Nah, but that really sounds like the setup to a joke. Regad, I say this to the music. I love it. You are so gullible. Regad, let me ask you a serious question. Well, it's a two-part question. The second part won't make no sense if the answer to the first part is no. But are you old enough to remember when they removed the word gullible from the dictionary? Oh, all right, never mind then. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, never mind then. Oh, that was priceless. Regard, do you get the joke? That question is really eating my brain since yesterday. Oh man. I don't know, Regard. I would imagine it's because there needs to be an opening. And other than your ears and your nose. No, yeah, even your nose. Other than your ears, every opening on your body has a split involved. You have two eyes, but you got four eyelids, right? You have one mouth, but you have two lips. Well, four, but you know what I'm saying. Um, you have one nose, but you have two nostrils. And it would be all sorts of nasty smells if we didn't have cheeks in the back. Not necessarily true. Cause there's plenty of women walking around with no cheeks in the back and fucking they don't stink necessarily. Meme, I'm too shy to it would be all sorts of that. Oh, you said that. I thought Regas said that. Yeah, there's some chicks walking around with zero cheeks whatsoever. And I never smelled nothing crazy. Oh man, the BBL. Oh man. And then Regat also, could you imagine how uncomfortable it would be to sit down if you didn't have ass cheeks? Yo, do you know what the BBL smell is? Douglas has experience. Pause, Regat. Imagine how stiff and painful it is. Pause. I don't know, but I watch videos on dudes talking about it. It's rotting flesh. Rotting flesh. It's too. It's bad not to have to. Imagine how stiff and painful. You was married, that's why. So you smell. Oh no! Hell no. Luckily, no. I wouldn't be subject to that anyway because, all right, I'm very picky for a reason, right? I'm the type of dude that looks at chicks like just for their looks, straight up just for their looks. And then after I end up like spending enough time around them, I end up like getting attached and ending up in relationships. Not every time, but it goes down, you know? What's it called? So I will not even entertain a chick that I'm not like very, very attracted to. Because as a man, when the chick is new, even if she don't even look all that good, she's still gonna turn you on. You're still gonna get hard. Like you're still gonna want to fuck, you know, until it's not new anymore. And then the novelty goes away, and then you're turned on by this chick no more. And then she starts catching feelings over it because she feels that you're not attracted to her anymore. You know, so I've been through that enough times that I'm not putting myself through that shit again. So unless I'm like really, really like ridiculously drooling over a chick, I won't even think about it. And those BBLs are so ugly. Like they look like they're wearing a diaper. Like they're never shaped nice. Like there's never anything in the thighs. Like they're just fucking disgusting, you know. So like I would never be attracted to that to begin with. But I saw a video about a doctor talking about it. That's how I found out about the BBL smell too. It was on YouTube, but it was a doctor talking about, that people were talking about it. He was like reacting to people talking about it, and then he explained that shit. My bad, I had to start laundry. Oh shit, Alyssa paused Regatta at the same time as I did. Douglas Antonio, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you pay for your R1? Out the door with taxes and dealer fees and all of that shit, 21,000. I financed it, so obviously I'm paying interest on that, but just the price of the bike alone was 21,000. 17.5 plus. James has spawned. Damn, explains a bunch. What's that, pokes hella hot? The BBS smell. Hey Alyssa, you doing? You see Cardi B. Wait, Alyssa, what you retract the messages for, man? What happened? What'd you think you read? He had told you, Alyssa, that my debate was gonna get me paused a lot. No, no, you were pause exempt for the entirety of the debate. It wasn't until after the debate was over that you got paused on some wild shit you said to me. That's why I gave TW for the TMI. I'm thankful to be naturally thicker, no BBL, no stink box. Psh, that is a beautiful thing. Midnight Meals girls love your natural beauty for real. Because that's the thing. It's like, yo, not every chick is physically beautiful. But there's nothing you could do about it. There's no amount of surgery that's gonna fix that. And as a matter of fact, it's only gonna make you look worse. That's what these women don't realize. When they go get their fucking nose jobs and they get their BBLs and they get their breast implants and they get fucking, their fucking Botox and all of that shit, it makes them look worse. Joan Rivers, she didn't even look fucking human by the time she died, man. Pause exempt. Now, well, I can declare the pause exemption over her. She was worried about being paused too much, not being able to say what she came to say. So I'm like, all right, so check this out. If it's gonna be that difficult, if you're going into it with an awareness, right? That pause is gonna be a factor, then you're not missing anything, you're not skipping anything, you're not letting any of them slide by. It's just gonna be an overwhelming pause experience. So it's like in cases like that, you declare a pause exemption. It's just like pausing it. You're not even really technically exempting anything, because calling that pause exemption is just like in advance calling pause on everything that needs to be paused while this particular topic is being discussed. So it's like I'm in advance doing inventory on the pauses, and I'm just like, all right, there's so many pauses coming up that it's going to make the conversation difficult to have. So let's just pause exempt these next few words so we can get on through with it. Age gracefully, mamas, big facts. Alyssa, I don't like my nose at all, but I have the same nose as my mom, so I'm gonna keep it. But like I said, Alyssa, keep it anyway. Because think about it like this, right? People, they claim that they fucking do things for themselves, but nah, they do shit to impress other people. And if you're a heterosexual woman, you don't need to be impressing other women. The only people you need to be impressing is men, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So it's like any man out there, if you get a nose job, is going to think you're less pretty than you were before it. It's never gonna be perfect, and it's never gonna fit you. Your nose is your nose. It's like another nose ain't gonna look right on you. And it's like, yo, I used to hate my nose too. Everybody goes through that shit. And I got a big beak of a fucking nose. But it's my nose. Like, it fits me. Like, if I had a different nose, like, it wouldn't look right on me. Even if I was born with a different nose, maybe that would look right on me. But right now, after having this nose on my face all these years, if I was to change how it looked, it would look weird. Magnus! What up, Magnus? Celibacy for years. I can't even entertain links. Took me a long time to figure out my worth inwardly. Pause. Pause. That is crazy. Real men want natural, nothing but facts. Hell yeah. And like I said before, I'm just keeping it 100% real. It's like not every woman is pretty. So if there's but I'm saying like if there's a woman that's ugly, like to me, you know what I mean, like not physically attractive. I don't mean to use that fucked up word. Getting a nose job is not going to change that. I'm not going to be any more attracted to her than I was before. It'll be worse. Long time no see at 2 a.m. Regad, you know Magnus? Magnus, you know Regad? Pause me so I can press play. Man, I gotta roll up another one. You're too much. I'm blaming you. You're the reason I smoke so much. It's all your fault. Noise job? What, you got a new exhaust, Magnus? You saying some shit, girls in the beauty count. Oh no, I like this. Like what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to be fucked up, but right now, that's not what we're talking about though. Like inner beauty, it have nothing to do with getting nose jobs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So since we're talking about getting plastic surgery, I was keeping it strictly to a physical level. But here's another pro tip, right? Unfortunately, it is what it is, but don't worry, there's somebody out there for everybody. The problem is women are what's called hypergamous, and they always want the best man, and that's why women are always getting cheated on, because 90% of the women are out there fighting for the top 10% of the men, and those men have their option to do whatever the fuck they want, and women don't want anybody else. Like, so women don't want guys that are in their league. Like, they'll look at a regular, normal, average guy, right? Maybe he's not that tall, maybe he's not in shape, and they'll think like, oh, I don't want him, you know what I mean? But meanwhile, like, you are him, just in female version. So, what's it called? So yes, what's inside, pause, really matters. It does, but not in the way you might think it does. It's like if a chick isn't pretty, like on the outside, and that's all subjective. Everybody has different taste. I've had conversations with my friends where like there's a woman that I thought was fucking beautiful, and my dude, and like my friend, he was like he wouldn't fuck her with somebody else's dick, and then vice versa, like the chicks that he thought were hot, I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? So, but if a chick is not pretty on the outside, to the dude that's looking at it like on some beauty is in the eye to behold the shit, then it's not gonna work. Like there's no, it can't happen, right? If she's pretty, now phase one can start, the getting to know each other phase. If she's a bitch, it ain't gonna work. So it's like you really gotta have both. One of them isn't enough. You can't just have inner beauty. You can't just have outer beauty. You really got to have both. If you want to be able to take your pick. If you're willing to settle for somebody of equal or lesser value, then you'll find somebody. Same in name. My debate is making doulas talk about plastic surgeries. Nah, Magnus, I don't know if you and Regad even know each other. I'm just wondering if you do. Regad is from Saudi Arabia. I do better coming full send. All about me as I went down. Yo, but here's the thing about that too. It's like everybody's different, you know? Some people are just not like that. Like me, I'm just a very nonchalant person. I'm always just chilling. Like, you ever notice that even when like I'm saying things that sound like they're being said out of anger. I'm like very monotone about it, and nothing really changes. That's how I am always. So I could be like totally, completely in love with somebody and just like in the moment, just like in ecstasy because I'm with them. And I'm gonna sound just like this, you know? And I'm gonna be rolling up a joint, whether they smoke or not, And a lot of feelings get hurt like that. And a lot of miscommunications go down. Make me a mod. Shit, let me get my watch time hours first, Magnus. Mods, I don't think I heard mods don't count for watch time hours. Bebop ain't finna watch me lick this joint. Hold on. Pause. By the way, perfect. No, you are I. Fuck are you talking about, Magnus? I'm not Debo. I'm too chill, but people's perception. Wait, but people's perception of lack of communication is no bueno. So I'm like, oh no, no, no! Trust me, 100%. I absolutely, absolutely feel that. Now I give you credit. You seem to be a little bit different, but women are the absolute fucking worst when it comes to communication. Man. The absolute worst. So, what's it called? And it's funny because I saw this dude on YouTube, man on the street interviewing people, and buddy asked this chick, "Who's better at communicating, women or men?" And she's like, "Women." She's like, "All right, well then how come women expect men to be mind readers?" And I forget what it was, but it totally was basically like saying, "Oh, because women can't communicate." Let's see. Haha, I forgot about. Oh yeah, don't forget that here, Magnus. Maniac vlog. Can someone be a gem and send me $1? I'm trying to get a switch. I'm down bad. Damn, bro. For that cause, I definitely would. I just don't have no way to send anything. I don't have any cash app or none of that shit. I'm sorry, bro. But I got a gem for you though. And I'm not sponsored or nothing. I just really, really, really enjoy the product. Supergreenshempco.com. Thank me later. It was wasted today. Not me. Maybe you are. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. That's for you to judge, but not me, sir. Absolutely not, sir. Hold on, peoples. I gotta unplug the mic for a second. Seems like the battery's gonna die soon. And it feels like the battery's gonna die soon. And I wanna plug in my splitter before it does. so I can keep the charger and the mic hooked up at the same time. All right. Oh shit, Pokes hella high. You're foul for that. I'll send you $1 in vibes and blessings. Look under the couch. I put $1 there. You're foul for that. Let's see. Poke, when someone's stressing you, your jokes. When someone's stressing, keep your jokes. I was serious. I'm lost, maniac. Lie. Oh. I wanna go home and work on my art. Soon come my youth. Raw stress and brethren. No joke, man. I was serious too. Me I send $5 in the eater. Brother. Why it's so hard for exercise the core and abs? Cause you never do it. So you not got no core strength. If you got no core strength, it not gonna be easy to do core and abs. So if you not skip it, you get strong. And if you get strong, it don't hard. I don't believe that, regard. Let yo Mark. Is that what you said? Because it translated to let Mark. Hold up. Tight poom poom gal. Joke this to one McLeod. Gal got a tight poom poom better. Hold up. I'm about to rip someone new bits because someone just sprayed water on me. Oh shit. Not gonna lie. I was ready to shoot somebody for that once. I thought they spit on me because I thought it was beer. I thought I was splitting lanes. I got hit with something that smelled like beer. I thought someone took a swig and spit it out at me, but I had no idea where car it came from. I couldn't do shit. I get home and I'm on slow mo watching my 360 camera footage, trying to figure out who the fuck it was. Somebody just so happened to hit their windshield wiper fluid while I was going by. That's all it was. As soon as I saw that, I calmed down instantly. What movie? I hate going to the movies because I can't smoke. Yo, you know I got all the collectibles for I got all the collectibles for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, right? Gonna go see the MJ movie. You're not talking about the one they found on Epstein's hard drive, I hope. You can vape in there and get away with it? Regard, that's nasty, regard. Like, nobody likes a muscly chick. Nah, I didn't say you allowed to. I said, could you get away with it? Hey, I'm handling the guy. Know your track record? I'm surprised you paused that shit. Those are the ones you normally forget about. I don't care. Alright. You always complaining you single. Fuck around, look like Serena Williams to see how single you gonna be. I can get away with it. I know this. You wanna laugh? Rest in peace, man. My boy's dad was a scary looking big black dude, right? And he would walk around in the mall and just light up a cigarette, and nobody would ever stop him. He would walk right past the security guards; they wouldn't say shit. Oh shit! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good call, Alyssa. Yeah, Punk Tell It. That's definitely a pause right there. I don't know about T-shirt, but it's a pause. Oh man, Alyssa, you gotta watch yourself when Alyssa's in the chat, man. I keep telling you guys, she's a pause beast. I made barbecue ribs, rice, and potato salad yesterday. Everybody left eating leftovers today. Shit, not me. I ain't getting none of that potato salad. Alyssa, I got a pause on this. What's that? What pause you got on me? I want to hear this pause, black man. Oh, my plate. Yo, I read that wrong. I thought it said I'm waiting for my Poke midnight news. It's Mimi. Her name is Mimi. Do I keep fucking up? Yeah, I keep calling her midnight news. My bad. My bad, Mimi. But girl get married to a muscle man. Nah, because the muscle man can pick whatever chick he could get, and he's not gonna want a muscle woman. He might as well grow a beard too. You ever want to try a big one off the side? But that was not a pause though. How you figured out was a pause? I feed everybody. Pause, Mimi. I feed everybody is crazy. Dude was the guy with the girlfriend started flirting with me again. Yeah. See, if I can't give you I can't give advice on that shit. Because I know what I would do, and I don't recommend it. But I would tell him, I'd be like, listen, I know you got a girl. I don't care. I'm down for the three-way. What's good? And then knowing that when he brings that shit to his girlfriend, it's gonna cause a fucking fight, and she's gonna leave his ass. And then when he comes flirting with me, I'm gonna laugh in his fucking face. But I don't recommend you do that. I will kick it if he dared to grow a bread. No, I'm saying you should grow a beard. It's just you want all those muscles. Unless it go high, they throw a slipper at them. Alyssa, tell them pause. Tell who pause. What pause are you talking about? LOL, that's sneaky. Or just go to her and tell her that his girlfriend is trying. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If she goes to his girlfriend and snitches on him, he could deny it. But if she goes to him and says, "Talk to your girl and set up a three-way," he has to go to her about that shit. Which means that she knows that he was talking to her. And no boy that age is gonna fucking turn down that opportunity. So he's gonna take the risk. I mean, I've been told by everyone that they argue all the time. Alyssa, so you know what that means? Dude treats his relationships like a fucking job. And he's not gonna leave one until he has the next one secured. So this way he doesn't have to hurt from the breakup. And he doesn't have to get over it. So now it's like be using you. It's literally because he don't want to be with her and he don't want to be alone. I'm telling you, I've done that to people before. Put a pause in their relationship. Unless you just throw a slipper and make life simple. Or God, why you say it's slipper because I'm Mexican? How dare you? Oh shit, she gonna throw the chancleta. Hell, hold that door. What's good with you, brother? How many subs you got? So apparently, Regard is wild racist. Nice. 18 away, brother. Regard, so how long you been a bigot? What up, Wendy? Do you have a lot of Mexican immigrants in your country? Are you afraid they're gonna take your job? Is that the problem again? Alyssa not gonna lie till June. Bro, let me finish my exercises. What exercises? What's it called? Gathering intel on all the Mexicans in your community so you can fucking get them deported. That kind of exercises. Yo, listen, man. I had no idea every guy was like that. Alyssa, you don't hold me responsible for Regad's racist tirade, do you? Wendy said, "Oh, I'm doing well. Oh boy, don't talk about it. It's everyday news, Antonio." Alyssa, I didn't even know that you were Mexican. So what? If you knew she was Mexican, you would have never talked to her to begin with. Is that what you're saying, Regad? Wow, you think you know somebody? I would have never expected this from you, Regad. Are you still meant that way? Regard, we're fucking with you. Relax, you're good. It's a joke. Nobody's mad at you with that. Oh shit. Hey, listen, ain't it a shame that they took the word gullible out of the fucking dictionary, man? That would have been a perfect word for regard. Me switching laundry and the ASMR racism is diabolical. Oh man. Nah, Regard was just telling us about how she was trying to smoke a joint with these Mexicans, but then when she asked if any of them had papers, they all ran away. Yeah, I know she did poke hella high. You missed the joke. And then I asked Regard if she was old enough to remember when they removed the word gullible out of the dictionary. She was like, oh, no, no, no. I was born in 2003. I mean, every woman is a type of woman. They're here. You be having UFOs over there, Wendy? See, over here, that don't really happen because over here, women can have a gun. It still happens, but not like it does over there. See, I heard a long time ago, and it's always stuck with me. When somebody asks, what's the difference between a democracy and a republic? Obviously, our country is a republic. And the answer was, a democracy is two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. In a republic, the sheep has a gun. UFOs? No, not that I know. I know, Wendy. I know you weren't talking about no green men. You were talking about brown ones. I know. Speaking of guns, right? Unc is kind of stupid when it comes to his choice in firearms. Unc is old enough to remember when Sig Sauer was a reputable brand, one of the best you can get. And I've always loved Sig Sauer. Now they suck, but I still buy them. Me, brown ones. You're a brown man, Alyssa? You're a little brown man? I ain't even know. My bad. I keep the tranny jokes to a minimum. Get a gun that shoots bullets. Preferably. I have a couple. One of them is a tiny little 9mm that fits in the front pocket of my jeans, no problem. And somehow, some way, holds 11 rounds, 10 plus 1 of 9mm. And then and it's really thin too. And then I have its big brother, a little bit bigger, not much, a little bigger, pause. 17 plus 1, 9mm. And then next to my bed, I have the giant, pause, examine this whole shit. Giant fucking 21 plus one round 9 millimeter with the fucking flashlight and the red dot sight and the fucking what's that called, the magwell, all of that good stuff. Alyssa Brown, two Cuzzo Spanish, the same made a mix with Gad. Nice, my back cracked when I did the spinal twist. Pause with Gad. Who'd you do the spinal twist with? Your mom finally let you go out on a date with somebody? I hope someday they will allow to have pepper spray, which isn't allowed. That's fucked up, Wendy. That's really fucked up. Here in Florida, you can, without a license or anything, you can walk into a store, buy a gun, and carry that shit around. And it doesn't even have to be concealed. You can open carry that shit for everybody can see it. You can carry a fucking rifle around on you if you want. Nate, is drugs legal in the USA? And yes and no. Some of them are legal by prescription only, and some of them are illegal altogether. I mean, there's things that you can buy without a prescription, but it's not things that get you high. Remember when Walmart sold guns and fishes? Yeah, man. See, Walmart, I haven't had the heart to stop spending money with them yet because they sell so much other shit that I almost understand why they stopped selling guns because it's like overwhelming, probably. You know, when Bag of Dicks stopped selling guns, I stopped buying from them. Like you're literally a sporting goods store. How the fuck you stop selling guns? What's your joke, Alyssa? Oh, I got one while I'm waiting. Why do Italians wear gold chains? So when they're shaving, they know where to stop. What do you call a terrorist in water? What do you call a terrorist in water? Allahu Agua? You're Italian or just racist? A little bit of both. A bath bomb. Oh shit. I like Allahu Agua. Alyssa, I haven't told you why Mexicans don't have an Olympic team. Why, Regat? Because it's funny. Even having a weapon, whether it's a knife or a gun, is absolutely illegal here. However, you can go to Belgium or Germany and you can buy a weapon like that. Yeah, I heard Germany. I didn't know Belgium. Because all the ones that can run, jump, or swim live here. Oh shit. Why do Mexicans buy Cabbage Patch dolls? Oh, and Mimi, I got one for you too. Hold on. You're not safe. I think I got like two for you. Yep, exactly. Poke hella I got it. They come with birth certificates. All right. Now, Mimi, how come there's no Puerto Ricans on Star Trek? Oh shit! Thank you, Alyssa, for alerting me to that pause. I didn't even realize you violated like that. Sheesh. Why don't they have any Puerto Ricans on Star Trek? Because they don't work in the future either. There we go. Wait, Mimi. Mimi, you're not gonna know where I'm going with this, but trust me, this one's for you. What is an Italian? Nah, I'll erase that T-shirt. No, an Italian is a Puerto Rican with a job. Damn, I'm gonna fight the housewife. Oh shit. I told you, you might not know where I'm going with this, but trust me, this one's for you. Oh shit. What do you call a sad strawberry? I don't know what. A blueberry. Did you hear about the blonde that burned her husband's feet? What have I started? Oh, folks, hella hot. That one is fucked up. The answer is AIDS, and that shit is horrible. What's it called? Folks, hella hot got me fucked up. I can't remember the joke now. What was what was the joke? Nah, you good, Poke hella hot. You good. It's just that one was kind of ruthless, and I forgot about that one. All right, Wendy, can somebody remind me what joke I was telling though? Because I can't remember now, and I feel bad leaving it without the punchline. Damn, Poke hella hot. You can't let me finish my joke. How many Mexicans take the spoon of light bulb? Mimi, what was my joke? What joke was I telling? Yeah, hell yeah, I forgot Post Hella. You came in with the crazy, like, raw one, and I'm like, oh, wow, yeah, I know that one, and that's fucked up. Oh, yeah. The blonde, how did the blonde burn her husband's feet? She was ironing his socks. Oh shit. Our dad over here, blondes have a reputation for being a little dumb. Just a little on the dumb side. What's the difference between a Jew and a canoe? I didn't know what blonde was messing with your computer. How? She she put white out on the screen. Who knows what's the difference between a Jew and a canoe? Little dump. No one knows. A canoe tips. And I see what you did there. No one knows. Why the Jews have big noses? Because air is free. Pokes hella hot said, what do you call a deer with no deer with no eyes? No idea. What do you call it? I have no idea. What do you call a deer with no balls and no eyes? Nah, it's no fucking idea. I got your joke, but I don't know. Thanks. Congratulations. And she says, thanks, BB. Yeah, that was fucking great. Congratulations. Oh, thanks, BB. You want a medal or a monument? Medal's good. That'll work. I'll deal with that. Regard. They don't do sarcasm, do they? We call it button shirts without button. What is it? What is it called? Button shirt without buttons. If that's a thing, Regard, I don't know. I don't think she's talking about a t-shirt. She may be talking about a polo shirt. I don't know. My grief counselor died last week. He was so good at his job, I didn't care. Womp womp. I knew a whole bunch of good ones like that, and I can't remember none of them right now. I have another one. My mind told me, hold on, I'm trying to remember. All right, cool. I want to hear this. Okay, my joke is bad and dumb, just like me. Don't joke like that about yourself with Dad. You should never say anything negative about yourself. Words are powerful. But let's hear it, yeah. Where you at? We want to hear your joke, young lady. I know I gotta have some more gold. Oh shit. How many? This is fucked up. Nah, I can't tell this one. Shy, you're not bad. Just Google some shit. Yo, you gotta understand, Mimi. She lives in Saudi Arabia. English is not her first language, so she's doing pretty damn good. I was digging in our garden, pause, and I found a chest, pause, full of gold coins. Oh, this is a joke. I was about to be nice. I was about to run inside and tell my wife, and I remember I was digging in the garden. Then I remember why I was digging in the garden. Oh shit, that was funny. I heard one. This dude was supposed to help his grandfather dig up the garden so he could replant or whatever, and he ended up going to jail. So what's it called? He was he was talking to his grandfather on the phone, and knowing that the calls were recorded, he was like, "Nah, nah, grandpa, don't dig up the garden. That's why I got the bodies hidden." So they sent the police to go dig up the fucking garden, look for the bodies, and then the next day, told his grandfather, "Ah, you're welcome. Now you can, now you can." I will watch my K drama and listen to you. My oh, come on, Mimi. How you gonna do me like that? I was retract. I saw it retracted. That must have been some juicy gossip. I love these auntie hella hot. Gotta go. Later on, post hella hot. Uh, say driver gas. Sorry, girl. Serving food while I'm listening. I'm in the living room, Mimi. Oh, she asked me to bring a plate, Mimi. I made a huge typo. It was probably something t-shirt worthy. I feel like you slipped through the cracks on that. I like how you bounce your leg. I can't help it. I constantly, constantly bounce my leg. Bounce it faster. Yeah, it sounds like something Bebop would say. I was watching my favorite actor. Why you spell favorite wrong? Bouncing the leg is a sign of intelligence. Eh, I'm sure not by yourself. He's tall and handsome from I'm your favorite actor again? Well, thank you. I didn't even really consider myself an actor. I'm just like a YouTuber. I bounce my legs a lot. Yep, see, we spoke Bebop up. Chick said something to me that would have been zesty as fuck coming from a dude. I was like, that sounds like something Bebop would say. And then here comes Boop. Me, that's Boop. He's our resident zesty. Um, his name is Bion Who Suck. Nah, it's just Boop. He was named Boop by someone else, and the name stuck. He was dubbed Boop. Somebody typo when he was talking to him in the chat, called him Boop by mistake, and that's it. We kind of just ran with it. He got Boop, Bobby Boop, Alyssa. What was the other name? Oh no, Alyssa's gone. Shit, Alyssa had a name for him too. Can't remember what it was. Bop, and yeah, Bop. We promised not to call him Bop. I figured that was too OD, too straight to the point. Regatta said, and I know the lead actress too, and the lead actor. Oh, really? You got me thinking about bounce, 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 bounce. Oh, shit. There's the remix to Ignition. Sipping on Coca Rum. I'm like so what drunk. Nah, you had something better than that, Alyssa. I can't remember, but you're like, yo, we should just call Bebop whatever it was. And it was something fire. And I can't remember. Oof. Yeah. Marcus Jameson the Ninth. What's good with you, brother, man? Welcome to the chat, sir. Be careful. Regad is being a little bit feisty in the chat, and she might turn around and say something that will poison your virginity. I like your hat, Uncle Rico. Appreciate you, Bop. Boop, I mean. I got this in Colombia. Me voy para Medellín. The ninth with respect. Oh, hell yeah. Respectfully. I like your setup. Appreciate you, man. It's just a green screen background, though. That's why I look sus when I move around. My homeboy made it for me. I was using a different background. And I'm not gonna lie, I like the other background too, but I just like this a little bit better. So the one I was using is this one right here. This is my podcast channel. We have two channels. This is the podcast channel. This one's fairly new. The other one is a motorcycle channel. We normally do a POV live stream on the Yamaha R1. And then whenever we get to the destination, we switch over to this channel and just chop it up. Dudes, what's the weirdest compliment you've ever had? 3 guys said they like the sound of my voice and it's hot. Honestly, the weirdest compliment I've ever had, I can't say that shit. Don't lie. And I'll be honest with you, I don't mean to sound this like in a bragging way or whatever, but like for a guy, I'm lucky. I get a lot of compliments, but I really can't remember all of them. Probably the weirdest one that I could say is that I'm always being told I got pretty feet by chicks. Had to preface that for B-Vibe get all excited. They seem to like my voice too, though. Midnight Muse. I thought you were Puerto Rican. Nope, nope. Third generation Italian. Grandparents were born here. The K drama is the perfect crown if anyone wants to watch. I ate corn on the cob. Alright, so hold on a second. Rewind. Carnal Death says that he ate corn on the cob with his butt earlier. One bite, everyone knows the rules. Bebop said he wants a bite and then he retracted it. James Conner, what's good with you, brother? Pause, one. Show us dudes. Pause, Bebop. Show us what? Mars Queen Marlene, what is good with you? Midnight, Mimi said, West Side Story is based on real events. Oh, shit. Hmm. Interesting. Woody woo woo. Pause, I guess. I'm watching Alyssa said, I'm watching a Korean show called Bloodhounds, and it's all about boxing. How you feeling, James Conner? Food freak? What is good with you, food freak? Rolling up, dude. Fuck you, B-Bob, because I was just about to, and now I can't because you told me to. Some bitch. Freaking bastard. I gotta unplug the mic. Pardon me, peoples. Apparently, this splitter I got. I'm gonna pause exempt splitter. Because that just feels like a word that should be paused heavily. But I'm probably going to be saying it too often to be pausing that shit on a regular basis. But the splitter I got doesn't allow my phone to charge quite fast enough. So, there's a no pause on Mars Queen Marlene. I hate to inform you, but this is Pause Awareness Month. So, if there was ever going to be a no pause zone. It is not going to be right now. I'm just particularly pausing, throwing an exemption on one particular word because I don't want to kill the joke. And I feel like if you keep pausing the same word over and over again, it won't be funny anymore. Because pause is the same word you keep saying over and over again. So it's like there has to be some other value behind it in order for it to be funny. Quick, Godfather or Casino? I'm embarrassed to say that I have never seen The Godfather in full. I started trying to watch it. I never really got into it enough to watch the whole thing. I enjoyed Casino, so for that I would have to say Casino. But I want to assume Godfather is the better movie. I'm anti-pause. So we're gonna start calling you Mars Queen Mano. There is a podcast called Let's Rap About It. And there's some old school rappers. Fabulous, Jim Jones, Mano, and Dave East. Dave East not that old school. And they're always pausing each other during the podcast. And Mano hates that shit. And he's always fucking complaining to the point where somebody went and made a YouTube page and an YouTube channel and Instagram page, both called Pause Mano, and it shows all highlights of the times that they had to pause Mano during the fucking during the show.
And then also Mars Queen Marlene, you gotta understand. I've been pausing since people since I was a teenager. Like I ain't used to say pause though. I used to just be like, whoa, the fuck? Who manages this? Or like something. I would just get irritated every time someone says something zesty like that. Obviously as a joke. But yeah, I've been doing that since I was young. And in New York it's a thing. So if you don't call pause, like everybody's gonna get on you. Like you're gonna be in a room full of pause. You're gonna be in a room full of people. Like, hey, yo, what the fuck? Yo, who invited this dude, man? What the fuck is this guy talking about? That shit is crazy. So I personally can't help it. It's just an automatic response from all these years of just playing the pause game. But I'm just glad that like the rest of the country is now finally starting to catch on. Uh, Alyssa, I shit you not, my phone is on 9%, but I got it plugged in. Jim Fabulous. You never seen that? You seen that shit, B-Bob? There was this one when they paused Mano and Fabulous. Oh, not Fabulous. Jim Jones like, nah, that was crazy. Nah, but that was crazy, bro. Like we doing a podcast here. Like we got a live audience, and you wailing, bro. Later, Alyssa, Ali, Muhammad Alisa. Hold on, people. I dead ass will not lick the paper in front of Bebop. I'm not even joking. That's word of me, son. On my mother, B. On my dead homies. You smoking that devil's lettuce? Oh, nah. I didn't tell you what this was, Mimi. That shit. Oh, so, Mimi, in case you didn't know, it is against YouTube community guidelines to smoke weed on a live stream. So I can't do that. So this is what you call trans tobacco. It was not assigned tobacco at harvest, but it identifies as tobacco. And therefore it is real tobacco and cannot be questioned about its status as tobacco. YouTube allows ad niggas. No, they don't allow it. They just get away with it. So I could get away with smoking weed on the channel. But if somebody reports me, technically it's a violation. And I got already violated pause once for showing somebody a gun. And I wasn't even showing my gun to the chat. I was showing my gun to my homeboy that was here while I was on live. And they banned me from streaming. He smoking a Caitlyn Jenner cigarette. Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner. It's not a Newport 100. It's a Caitlyn Jenner 69. Right, Marlene? That shit is nuts, dude. YouTube tyrants. And remember, I want this to go full time, so I can't take that chance. Nah, no mental. The actor just choked her brother with his tie. Pause, Regat. So, Boop, did I ever tell you how I ended up rejecting menthol cigarettes? I have someone I support that has autism. He showed me his air guns on there and got struck. Now he does it on Instagram and got struck. You have someone you support that has autism? Rick, my sister is severely autistic, and I'm somewhere on the spectrum, but I'm good though. I can live by myself. She can't. Because he annoyed her. Yeah, but you still gotta pause that, Regard. That's crazy. You know people do that shit like sexually, right? I haven't what, B-Bro? Oh. So check this out, right? Um, so you know I used to smoke cigarettes, right? And I smoked Newports for like 20 years, bro. And then all of a sudden, somebody put me on to American Spirits, the natural organic ones, the dark green menthols, and I really enjoyed them. And I started smoking those. I was smoking those for years, right? And then I quit. And then when I went back, I tried to lie to myself, and I was like, all right, you know, the tobacco that I put in my joints is not menthol. And I found these cigarettes, non-menthol, the Native American Spirits, non-menthol ones, the black pack, pause, I guess, that kind of taste like the the cigarettes, I mean the tobacco that I put in here. So I started smoking those because I'm like, all right, I don't like non-menthol cigarettes. So if I buy non-menthols, I'll only smoke one when I really, really want one, and I won't be smoking like all day. And that's the only thing. Like I wish I could still smoke a cigarette here and there. It's just the constantly smoking is what pisses me off, and that's how I am. I'm old enough to smoke. So I'm like, if I get the non-menthols, maybe I'll only smoke one here and there. So I started smoking a pack a day of them shits. And I'm like, fuck, if I'm only smoking a pack a day, I might as well get the menthol ones that I like. I bought a pack of the menthols, I smoked one, it was fucking disgusting to me. I already got used to non-menthol. I smoke, Bebop said, I smoke prime time midi cigars and Paul, dude. Fucking Paul Mall. My grandfather used to smoke Paul Malls. Paul Mall menthol when I was broke, but they were basically the same. They expensive as fuck. Just I used to smoke Newport 100. Got pregnant full stop. They expensive as fuck. Just roll it up. Exactly. And the thing is, like, when I was smoking cigarettes, I was smoking weed too. So it's not like I switched from cigarettes to weed. I switched from 2 to 1. The only time I smoked tobacco was on stream. That trans tobacco. Lucy! What up, Lucy? So everybody, let Lucy be a lesson to all of you people. Lucy abandoned me, turned her back on me, kicked me while I was down, left me for dead. And still, She always got a home here. Right, Lucy? Both bad habits. Yeah, I know. One at a time. Mm. Midnight Muse. Not really expensive no more. I found a website that fucking delivers this shit straight to your fucking door. And they got $50 ounces. So, yeah, I went from spending $200 for an ounce to $50. Hell yeah. And then, like, yeah, bebop, but all weed is THCA, bro. That's what they don't tell you. The THCA, the labeling, is the way that they get around the farm bill because the farm bill says they can sell anything as hemp if it got less than 0.3 percent of delta 9 THC. All weed is THCA. That's why you can't get high from eating it. That's why you gotta heat it up in the oven and cook it and all that shit to make edibles. Like you can't just eat weed and get high because there's no THC in it until it gets heated up. So that's just the name that they put on fucking regular bud. Put that shit in a bag and ship it out. Nah, it's not bad at all. And I'm telling you, this shit is fire. Like, I really, really enjoy it. So now I can smoke as much as I want, whenever I damn well please, and I don't even notice it. It's called Super Greens. Oh, let me stop yawning before I say it. Supergreenshempco.com. Co like company. Okay, I'm head out. Just wanted to say hi. Say one last hi. Come on, Lucy. Don't be like that. That yawning got me yawning. You know what that means? That means you got high empathy. People yawn when others yawn from the empathy. Makes me kind of feel bad because I don't yawn when people yawn. We need to take a nap. Pull up. You still got that tobacco leaf? No, but I gotta do what? What I do now, I fucking take them out of the bag, I let them dry out, and then I crush them up. And put it in the bag. Just put it in the bag. I am a huge M. And you better be careful. A lot of people take advantage of that shit. Just buy a cigarette. Dude, why the fuck would I do that shit? I don't smoke that cigarette shit. I put a little sprinkle of tobacco just for flavor in with my trans tobacco. You is brown. Oh man. Tired people. Anyways, I gotta run. Huddy. I gotta run anyway. Gotta film an episode of the podcast. So this way we got one to post next Sunday. By the way, everybody check out the pause compilation. So Mimi, how long before you get here? I'm waiting for you. The door's open. Bebop said, please don't go. Please don't go. Don't go. I want you to know. Please don't go. Later, baby. Later, Bebop. Later, everybody.